I'm heading to work today, and I just want to talk about the GR Corolla. I've been watching some of the Nemtec racing videos with their GR Corolla, and being a 3-cylinder, it's pretty interesting to compare the platforms between the WRX and the GR Corolla, just because those are the main all-wheel drive vehicles in this segment that are in the $30,000 to $40,000 price range. Some of the stuff I'm seeing when they're dynoing the car, so essentially when they went for a dyno, they were on 93. They had the tune, custom pro tune, and a full exhaust, and they were doing about 300. So I guess to compare with the VB platform, but the VB of course is a little bit heavier. On a pro tune, most people are making like 350 wheel horsepower on the 93 Pro Tune, and torque, and so about 50 horsepower more, and that's without without the exhaust. One thing I noticed about their videos when watching, it looked like from what they had said, they were getting valve flow when they got into the low 300s, so they ended up building the whole top end. And then on E85, full E85, they ended up making 350. So their E85 numbers are very similar to our 93 numbers. And then they ended up having similar problems to the VB platform as well when they pushed it. So they ended up pushing it with a big turbo, and they made 450, 350. So the torque wasn't quite where ours is with, we kind of have the opposite. Most people are, 400, 450. And then our transmission goes. What ended up happening is their transmission went out when they went big turbo, and they had 450, 350. So it looks like with the 3-cylinder, they're making less torque than the VB platform, but the horsepower is very similar. They're able to make, our horsepower top, where people are kind of topping out on ethanol. They're making that with a big turbo. So there's some similarities there. I'd love to see, they're beating on their car pretty good. So I'd love to see some, 0 to 60 times, some track times. A lot of what they're doing is just, donuts and drifting the car. Not so much track days or anything like that. So I'd love to see, whenever they fix the transmission, I'd love to see them do a track day and kind of see the 0 to 60 and a quarter mile, and be able to see the comparison there. We've seen with Cosmic Racing. Cosmic Racing has the R400 platform, which is all it is a J-pipe and a tune, and a J-pipe tune and launch control. And with that, they're doing consistent mid 11s. They're doing like 11.5, 11.6. So I'd like to see if their big turbo Corolla GR is running similar numbers. I think what Cosmic Racing did is cool, but I'm pretty sure most tuners, most of the more popular tuners would probably be able to do the same thing for their customers. Again, not something I've asked for, but I have seen other tuners offer launch control. I know it's not technically out on the access port yet, but they're kind of finding a way around it to make it available. So that may be something I'm interested in getting later. Again, I haven't really used or had the need for a launch, but I think if it's useful during a track day, just to be consistent, I think that would be something cool to get. But no, it's very interesting to see the similarities and some of the differences, just because of I'm wondering how those would compare, because right now I'm low 400s on my ethanol map, And then on my 93 map, I'm mid 300s and close to 400 wheel torque. So I'd like to see the similarities of the two platforms and kind of what the times they run, and it'd be nice, and I'm sure they will bring it once they fix the transmission, do some more polls where they you can actually see, hey, from 60 to 90, this is how it looks, third gear polls, second gear polls, so we can kind of do a comparison and see the comparisons between the two platforms. But yeah, not sure if you guys are watching their channel. They've got some cool stuff going on. So if you haven't, I will post a link below. Check them out. And then, of course, if you ever need any tuning, you can reach out to PD Tuning, and Will hook you up. He has a 22 WRX, of course, with the STI transmission, pushing over 700 horsepower on the stock block. And I think that's pretty impressive. And his rev limiter is on a different level. I'll just say it's higher than my 7,000 rev limiter. But yeah, so if that's something you're interested in, use code DylanVBWRX. That'll get you 20